Where do you see the 30-year rates kind of going? Like, do you see it just stagnant for the next few years, or what's kind of your thoughts on that?
So the Fed has promised not to raise the rates through the end of 2023. That adds stabilization. If you look at the markets, the Fed is secretly and quietly buying up a ton of mortgages. And the long and short of it is that's stabilizing the market. And the one thing that I'm looking at right now hard is the CPI, the inflation rate. So the thing that I'm concerned about with, when I'm looking at to see what rates are going to do is what is inflation directly affects rates. So, if the fastest way to cool down rates inflation is to jack up interest rates. So, I mean, inflation is getting a little squirrely there. I mean, they're talking about gas going up to $5. You go into the grocery store, you see some things. We ain't in Kansas anymore, Toto. So it's going to be interesting to see if inflation levels off. I mean, Mark. I mean, you guys. I mean, look what happened in '06. So let me, 06 when when the new builders got hammered because there was less buyers and now there's more buyers. They're like, man, where's all the new construction, man? And that's another problem with the lack of inventory is the new construction went crashed and burned because of the '06 pandemic, right? So now these scrambling, but now guys like Mark, when they want to do new builds, they're like, holy cow, man, I got to wait 4 months to get this countertop. I got to spend 30% more on drywall or 2x4s. What's going on? So now all of a sudden, you guys, Mark, I'm sure you guys are seeing like insane cost increases for new construction, and then everybody, everything is going up in value. So land, everything, and land's at a premium now. Trying to get something at a cheap value is it's hard. So I think interest rates. I think interest rates are going to go up and hit about 4%, and then they're going to come back down. And I think midsummer, because what's going to happen is. If you look at the CPI, Consumer Price Index, how they work it is they compare it month by month. So now we're going in, and it's unfair. March, April, May last year, June is unfair because the economy was literally shut down nationally. So the inflation rate's like 0 or negative in a lot of those months. So now they're going to see a difference of like 3% compared to -1. And then if the government makes a decision on that, they could, or the market takes that to be a real number, then we could have some issues with rates flaring up. But I don't think that the Feds are going to react off that number. But I think if inflation starts getting out of hand, that I think you're going to see an adjustment because the government moves that interest rate. So if they got to move it down again. We're at 0, kids. What are they going to do? Pay somebody for, they can't. So it's got to go. They have to get it up. They have to get the rate up so they can adjust when they need to adjust it back down.